a pretty good beat.
I don't know, I'm quite impressed with this blend today.
You look good. I like that hair color.
I love yours.
Oh, well, this is just born with it. Oh, hey! Hi, it's me, Wilma Fingerdoo, and I am joined with my illegitimate drag daughter, Magnolia Sugarbush, aren't you?
Hello.
Welcome.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here.
I'm so happy that you are as well. Now, I don't know a bigger fan of Drag Race UK than you.
I think it's my absolute favorite Drag Race.
Yeah, and it's very, very often that I will get, on the day of, literally within hours of it airing, dings on my phone. Have you watched? At least now she asks if I've watched. Because you used to go, what did you think of so-and-so getting it? And of course I've watched. Let's all just be real. I don't have anywhere else to go or anything else to do. I've watched it, but at the same time, it's like, well, it's a little quick for that question.
Sometimes you just got to get it out, you know? Got to read those cards.
You need to share with family. So we are going to share here. Now, before we get started, I do want to send out a message. It is the season of giving, and if you're like me and you don't have a large, big family, there are other people that you can share your love with. And I have a very supportive Patreoner, YouTube viewer, Michael Bergantino, who has suddenly, after 2 bouts of COVID and losing his cat to COVID, like that's a country song waiting to happen.
Yes.
You know what I mean? He has to have open heart surgery, and in America, brace yourself for that. So he's having it in December, and so for the month of December, I am going to be taking any money that I get through my tipper dues, and I'm donating it to Michael. Now, I also am putting a link down below in my description box on how you can donate to Michael directly if you would like to. I often ask you to support this channel. I often ask you to do any number of things. Well, this is my one ask for December. I've got 7,500 viewers. If everyone could spare as much as $5, I mean, that's a fancy coffee. It's a fancy coffee. You know, people give up meat for a day. Give up a fancy coffee once. You're going to have 3 more. You know, you are.
Once a day.
If we could raise $5 per person that is subscribed to this channel, that would be over $35,000.
Yeah.
Like, that's more than I make in a year.
That's amazing.
And seriously, I know that Michael would be very thrilled for that assistance as well. And I know you don't know him. But you know me, and Michael is so supportive of this channel. I couldn't think of any other way than to just generate attention to his cause. And especially at this time of year, especially after the last couple of years we've all had.
And it's a season of giving. You don't have to know the person, right?
No, but it helps. Oh, let's talk about our shirts. It's T-shirt day. We decided to wear T-shirts. So I'm wearing Lar de Souza's Jorge Drink Me. This is the original. Lars sent this to me. The first person to send me fan art, and I cried. It was just, it touched me. I was so, it's not what I was expecting from anyone. And then you're wearing my favorite Denise Cherneau. And the first drawing Denise ever sent me, I'm putting it up now. It's me in a martini glass, and it's gorgeous, and I love it. And instead of an olive, I have that maple leaf flag in there. So it's hilarious. I just thought it was funny that I was sitting in yellow liquid. That's the thing. That's the only reason that it's never. I was actually going to make it a logo for Canada's Drag Race Reviews, but I wanted to change the color of the liquid, and I'm sure there's a simple way. And if you remember what it is on Photoshop, just drop me a link down below. But
is this an ode to Spider-Woman?
Kiss of the Spider-Woman,
which is one of my favorite musicals.
Yeah, I've never seen it, but yeah. And Denise is a burlesque performer and cabaret singer, so she very heavily influenced by musicals. This is one of my favorite. Every drawing they send me is my favorite, but that in particular, that's my dressing shirt. When I wear this one, I'm going somewhere fancy. Now on to bigger and better things, as in Jorge, drink me. Ooh, what is this, Jorge?
Fancy.
Gin and tonic. Fancy gin and tonic.
Oh, thank you, Jorge.
Did we get you? We've had a lot of vodka lately. I'm just going to say
I
cheers.
do like a nice gin.
Cheers.
And since we're on UK.
Oh, yeah. Gin and tonic, dear.
Good enough for the Queen Mother.
I love me a gin and tonic.
That's very
refreshing.
fresh.
It's like summer already.
It is.
And it's snowed today.
Yes. Oh, we got a lot of snow today.
Wasn't pretty.
So this is a nice...
Thank God we are.
Tonic.
All right. So let's get to it. We started the episode off with the girls saying goodbye to Vanity Milan, and I thought that they were lovely. I thought that Vanity left a good message. I thought that they were lovely. And they all sat down on the sofa and started going through all the queens that had been eliminated and like how surprised they were of this and how that person, they were ready to go. As they were doing that, in walked the eliminated queens.
I know, shocker. Has that ever happened before?
No, and Kitty looked like she had been saying horrible things, and she she was reading a couple, like Veronica Green specifically. Well, and things happen, like the thing that makes me laugh about these situations on Drag Race is that it's TV. They're filming. At some point, somebody's going to hear it anyway. So when do you think this isn't going to be shared? I mean, have we learned nothing from Fifi O'Hara? Nothing, I tell you. I was so happy to see Victoria Scone.
Yep. And I can't remember, did she have a walking device?
She had a crutch. So it was nice to see her, not in heels.
And, I think, like, they had the double elimination, right?
Yeah.
In that another double where they had to lip sync for their life.
Yeah.
They were the winning group.
And they're the only two that had to.
Yeah. And if I was her, I was like, oh my God, I have just screwed up my leg on this first time this happening. Yeah. And then it hasn't happened again for a number of episodes. Yeah. I think I would be at home as Victoria Scone putting my cream and my jam on my injured knee. And I might be a little bitter.
Yeah.
Because I thought she was going to go deep.
And if you want to know how bitter she was, you should see my chin wag, which is available up here. There's the link up here. Victoria and I had a fabulous little hour-long chin wag, and it's there for your dining and dancing pleasure.
Nice.
I know you haven't seen it yet. I hate
Not
you.
Yet,
I hate you. It's been up a month.
You've got so much.
I'm so busy.
So much.
So we started the episode as we usually do the next day in the workroom. And, the workroom was just decorated to the boobs. Is it too early for Christmas? Were you ready for it?
I wasn't, and I was like, why are there all these Christmas balls? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
But it looked very festive.
It looked gorgeous. I was all there for it, for this entrance into the workroom. And the queens were all excited to be top three. And it looked like they noticed the decorations, but they didn't really talk about them very much because they got right into who was going to win.
Yeah, they were talking about themselves.
Yeah, as per usual. That's why they're top three. Yeah. They're very focused. They're very focused.
Got to do that badge count.
Yes. So, of course, that was Ella had her 4. Yeah. So she had to show them off. Yes. And I think it's nice that all of them had multiple. Yeah. Like, Crystal and Kitty both had 2, and then Ella, greedy guts.
Was it your top 3 that you would have chosen? Or that based on the season?
Yes. One of the other people I had pegged to win, or at least be in the top 3 or 4, was Victoria Scone. She was another one that you can't imagine that happening.
I personally thought she was going to be top 3 or top 4. Folks, if you're going to dive on those knees, make sure you can handle it because it's happened on a few series now, right? I thought she was going to go top 3, and I would argue that Ella kind of got her spot. I kind of see them as similar pedigree. Yeah. They're both
they are definitely
musical theater arts.
We talked about Victoria and I talked about her knee dive, and if you want to hear that, stay tuned at the end of this video because there'll be a link for it there too. So as the queens bickered and out chuffed themselves, they of course got the call for RuPaul's video message. And to tell you the truth, I don't even remember it. I just remember Ru coming in finally and with the final challenge, which is always singing to one of RuPaul's songs. And as she does, and it made me laugh so hard, she said, "You'll be singing to my holiday hit." And I'm like,
I don't know that holiday hit.
Throw a stone and hit somebody who has that on a playlist who isn't 12. Do you know what I'm saying? But it was "Hey Sis, It's Christmas." And it's a cute song.
It was a cute
song. Now that it's been on an episode, I can't stop singing it.
It's kind of got a
I'll throw that into my Christmas medley, but I forgot all about it. I mean, I knew RuPaul had a Christmas song, but I forgot all about it.
Maybe she means like it's going to be a hit after the episode because so many people have gone to it after the show.
No, I think she just assumes everything she... Let's just face it. No chade, no nothing, but if it weren't for RuPaul's Drag Race, most of these songs everyone would have forgotten.
Yeah, they're kind of
clubby
dance songs.
So she pops in, gives them their final challenge, which is to sing this. And of course, all 3 of them are thrilled.
Yeah.
Ella is a theater, musical theater queen.
Yeah.
Kitty is, well, Kitty. And even Crystal, who seemed to be the one that was most worried about this
hesitant.
challenge.
Yeah.
Just because I don't think she's had the experience of doing stuff like that. I mean, I know when they all got down to writing, Crystal definitely was the one who was worried about writing a lyric.
And I feel maybe she has like the least performance experience too, maybe in clubs, on stage and whatnot. So,
and again, 19 years old, not a lot of stage experience. I have to tell you, you never sense when she's performing, no matter how bad the rehearsals went, no matter how bad she felt about doing whatever. When it came down to the performance, she was never the worst. No. She never stood out as being somebody who clearly has never performed before. I think that that's the power of virginity. The rest of us are all horn dogs. So, of course, while they were all sat writing their lyrics, they also had to do the chit-chat with Ru and Michelle. But you had an interesting opinion of this chat.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like that chat kind of seals the deal for the outcome, the who's going to win. And without getting to that point yet, that person's chat, when it was done, I was like, yeah, I think they might have just won it.
You really felt that Crystal had the better chat?
Yeah. And it's, I don't know if it's better or not, but it's almost like how Ru connects.
Well, I remember Kitty's chat was fine, but it was a lot of horn blowing.
Yeah.
Which is understandable, but also Kitty's that type of person. I have to say that as much as I like Kitty Scott Claus, I was getting tired of her by the end. It was just a lot. Like, my fear is that if I were on tour with her, I'd be the one stuck with her on the bus, like sitting next to her. And at some point, I'd have to kill her.
Well, Ru made a really good point. That she's a seasoned performer. She's a host. She's been on stage. That persona is at the ready. And I feel maybe, that's what I mean. Like, maybe Kitty didn't go too deep. And Ru's really kind of looking to make that connection, I think, in that conversation.
Ella, I'm still surprised with last episode when she said she'd only been doing drag a few years. I really thought she'd been doing it longer, but I think that's down to her performance experience,
Yeah, she's very...
But even her chat was...
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah, but Crystal's chat, there was a real sense of, she was grateful to be there, that she had worked very hard. When they mentioned to her, you have worked very hard, she was like, oh, thank you. Like, that means the world to me. Every time she said that means the world to me, I believed her.
I believed it too. And she shared more about herself.
Yeah.
Like, she made a connection, I think, with them.
Yeah.
And I think she talked about her grandparents at that point. I can't remember exactly. But I
love that she said her grandmother wouldn't have just been her biggest fan. She would have bought her shoes and heels. Then they went on to choreography. And this, again, was not easy for Crystal. No. She really struggled.
But she owns it.
Oh.
There's something when you struggle, but you try. You know what I mean? And she really, really tried. And I can guarantee you she went back to wherever she's staying and she worked that thing all night. And I have to say, and I know I've said this before, I am so beyond impressed that these people, that's about a 24-hour challenge, right?
Oh, yeah.
Lyrics, getting outfit together. Maybe you've done that in advance. I don't know. Learning choreography. Because some of these songs, I'm sorry, but they're really long. You know what I mean? And it's a lot of choreography.
Yeah. To remember, and also remember the words to a song you just wrote. Yeah. You just wrote it. And an hour to get that drag on.
Yeah. And to pretend to hey sis, it's Christmas.
Every time you say it, I start singing the chorus. So the next day into the workroom, it was elimination day. And they were reflecting on what they all thought of each other when they first walked in. And we were touching on it too. What did you think of Kitty when she first walked in? Had you seen any of these queens on YouTube or Instagram before this? No.
I picked Kitty right from the get-go. Yeah. I thought she was going to be one that was going to go right to the end. She has that, that full-on personality that makes, for me, Drag Race UK exceptional.
I have to tell you, when she walked in that red, white, and blonde outfit, because that was the Legally Blonde sequel outfit, I knew I was going to like her because I knew exactly what she was wearing. I also love the fact that she doesn't look as big in drag. Most people, when they're in drag, look bigger because they're padding out.
Yes.
And just somehow or another, the way Kitty looks in drag, she looks tinier. Not that she's a big girl out of drag, but She was one of the heftier people
On
in the
the show,
room.
yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
I was not impressed with Ella Vidae when she walked in. In fact, I kind of, when she walked in
I don't
and
even remember.
exactly. Ella didn't impress me with her walkthrough, and I kind of thought, oh, I made a bad choice. I picked somebody to reach top 4 who shouldn't.
But based on that speech, I think that's where she said that she had kind of had an idea of Crystal before she came in, or when she saw her on Instagram, and now she feels like really protective of her. And if there was like a congeniality, I would give it to Ella. I think she really impressed me. Like,
do you know who won the congeniality?
No, do you?
Yes.
Who?
Anubis. The first queen eliminated.
Wow.
But isn't that lovely? Because normally it's whoever made top 5 and didn't go to top 4 or around there. So yeah, and I have to say, I love Anubis. But when Crystal walked into the room, she had that red outfit on, and I thought she looked fine. There was nothing wrong. She looked expensive, but there was nothing about her that really said anything more than, snatched.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
I
mean?
remember her makeup looked really, really good.
Well, yeah, but I was more impressed when she walked down that runway that first time. Like, I remember she turned the corner, hit the runway, and I was like, because she looked like light was emanating from her pores. Like, she just glowed. And there's a lot of drag queens out there, established drag queens, who would do themselves a favor to pay attention to Crystal Versace. So they got ready for the runway, and while they were doing that, there was a lot of reflection and everything. But as there is on every episode, there's that whole, oh, I knew it would be us 3. I feel like they would say that no matter. Well, I'm so glad it's us.
Yeah. You're gonna say I hated you from the beginning.
Short of Roxy Andrews and Jinx Monsoon, I don't think there's ever anyone who would say, "Oh, I'm so upset that you're here."
That was legendary.
Oh my God! And God bless Roxy, because she really seemed to turn it around on the All Stars. But anyway, the queens got ready for the runway, and there was Rue in gold, looking gorge.
Yes.
It's not often that I love what Rue's wearing. Most of the time, I like it, and actually, more often than not, I can't fathom the thought process. What conversation went along that this is the outfit you put on in front of people on camera?
A lot of times for me, it feels like a variation of the same.
Oh yeah, Zaldi. It's only one person designing, so there's going to be repeats for sure. Yeah. Michelle was there. What did you think of her hair all splayed out and crimped?
Yeah, she was a production.
She's beautiful. Michelle Visage is beautiful.
Yeah.
And then joining her on the runway, Graham Norton.
Yeah.
In that beautiful silver top, black bottom, and faded jacket.
He looked amazing. It was
stunning.
It was great.
I love him. Do you watch his show on YouTube?
I watch a number of times.
Yeah, I find him to be so funny and so clever.
He's an author too, He
writes, and he has his own range of wine.
Oh, does he really?
Yes, he's very plugged in.
I don't know. Would you have your own? I don't know if I'd have my own.
If there was money in it. Yes, it's good gin. This is from the Steinhard Distillery in Antigonish, Nova Scotia. Sure enough. Yeah, thank you, John.
Thank you. Delish.
Also joining them on the panel, I adore this man so much. Alan Carr in that beautiful baby blue jacket with the roses. I hope that they were embroidered. I hope they weren't silk screened on. Because that was just gorgeous.
I think he's my favorite judge of all the series.
Yeah.
I love these little umbrellas.
Aren't they great? One of my Patreoners sent them to me. A box. I have tons.
Well, and I just realized you rooted it in the lime. You're so smart.
Well, of course. That's the only reason you put fruit on a glass, is to keep your umbrella there until you're done. And then you stick it in your hair so you remember how many of these you had.
Maybe
that's why you have umbrellas. Yeah. I'm going to stick it on this side here. There. Yeah, just stick it in your part. Yeah. No, there. Yeah, that's a good place. It's just hair. What are you doing?
Is it in?
Yeah. That's what your last boyfriend asked. So they started the runway off with the song, Hey Sis.
Yep.
What did you think?
I thought everybody did a good job. I thought Crystal for me was best. Here's my thing with these songs on the UK. It's my one thing I don't like about the UK series. And I think it's different. And it's the same with Canada. I think it's different than the US. In the US, they play, I feel, not the full song.
Right.
And the UK and the Canada, it's the full song.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I find it goes on a little bit.
A little long.
Like,
yeah. We could have cut the repeat of the chorus when they brought out again all of the eliminated queens. And as nice as they were to be seen in the video, or in the performance of this is the first time that the eliminated queens have been brought back out as often as they were. It was a little unnecessary, if you ask me.
I wonder what it was like for the top 3 contestants, if they made them more nervous, or they were like, screw it, bitches.
I don't know. I think I would love it, because it's like, well, none of you won. You know what I mean? I like that Ella sang. She was the only one who did.
Yeah.
And for somebody who had so much trouble recording her first time around, this verse seemed to be just spectacular. I was very impressed. But you know what I hated? Her lip syncing. She lip syncs like she's singing, like there's no over articulation, like she's not making a big deal of what her mouth is supposed to be doing. She just looked like she was just having a conversation with anybody.
I think it was a foreshadowing of the lip sync.
Yeah. Kitty, I thought, did a great job. The pull your knickers down was very selfish of her. Like, it's something she wanted to do. She talked about it beforehand. The queens, both Ella and Crystal, kind of were like, is that what you're doing? And she did it anyway. So, you know, that's a choice. She made a choice and she stuck to it. Good for her. And then, Crystal rocked it.
Yeah. Down on the floor, up in the air. She was just fantastic.
Yeah. And then it was time for the runway. Ella was first.
I kind of feel if Crystal kind of won it in that other conversation too, Ella kind of lost it on that runway.
I think Ella could have looked better. She has looked better.
Her runway for me was very prompt.
Well, that dress didn't fit her very well.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy her hair.
No, she said, you want big hair? Here you go. Well,
I guess for me, if this is your final presentation, this is the make it or break it. I kind of thought she broke it.
Yeah, Kitty was next. And if Ella was boring and a little disappointing, Kitty was not. That silver dress, I didn't feel it. I didn't like what it was doing at her neckline. But it was stunning. Her hair was stunning.
It looked great on her. I think it's like, I felt it's like the most feminine we'd seen her.
Oh, yeah. She just looked gorgeous.
Yeah.
And then Crystal came out and she eschewed the gown. Yeah. She was the only one. She came out in a black velvet long sleeve mermaid,
gold chains.
You wouldn't have seen her body definition if it weren't for all those chains and things all around her. And
she turned that corner, and I think every single person on the planet who was watching Drag Race UK, their jaw just dropped.
She clearly thought about this and thought, I'm not going to wear a gown because everyone's going to wear a gown. It was like Sharon Stone going to the Oscars in a Gap black T-shirt. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It just set everyone a buzz.
And if your body looks like that, and your hips and
you can wear whatever the hell you want. Yeah. So they did the runway, they did the song, and then they had the judges' critiques. They also, this is what I hate, the old picture. What would you tell your old self? But there was something about this one that wasn't so bad. For some reason or another, this one seemed a little more.
I think it was their responses.
Yeah, they just seemed a little less melodramatic about it all.
Then they said why they should win.
Oh, that's right.
And was there a third thing?
And they had to lip sync. There was one final lip sync.
Yeah, that was where I was going with Ella earlier.
Yeah.
She just didn't have those lyrics down. I don't know if her nerves got the better of her or what.
Very clearly stumbled there.
She was doing the old watermelon to kind of get through that. Yeah. You know? That was my other thing, and I think it was very smart of Miss Ella. I think she waited for like the big cannons to kind of take each other out, the big personalities, your Scarlets. By the way, I think Scarlet should maybe come with a sign that says, "Will self-detonate." The poor young thing, and I realize you're doing it on television, but I think she got a little bit of a lesson in nobody's really that important.
No.
And just kind of get over it.
But also,
but she was fabulous.
She's a very talented queen. Yes. Like, I wish she had gone further. I wouldn't have had a problem with her making top 4, but I think she should be very proud of herself. I think she should be. Yeah, yeah. All the queens should. Here's to the whole cast for season 3 of UK Drag Race UK. Yeah. I was wondering where my umbrella was. It's in my hair. So then we got to it. It was announcement time. Who did you think? Were you sitting there watching TV and thinking Crystal's won this?
Yes,
you did. You knew right then.
I thought so. When she turned that corner for that final runway, I was like, "How do you not give it to her?"
Well, I have to say that Kitty also, when she turned that runway too, impressive. That last outfit was impressive, and she wore a lot of really gorgeous outfits. That Grecian one she wore the week before. So in my mind, I was expecting Ella to win only because of her her record on the show. Yeah. But I had a feeling that Kitty had stolen it from her only because of the 3, she got the most personality, and I think would be a great ambassador for the show. But they announced that the winner was Crystal, and I have to say it shocked me a little. I mean, I'm not saying I was mad at it. I didn't go what and flip a table. But it was like, oh, Crystal. And then as she's like thanking everybody and being all fabulous, I was like, yeah. I mean, I wasn't sorry any of them were in the top 3. So I have to say, here's to Crystal Versace.
Yay.
Well done.
Crystal.
Well done. Very,
Congratulations.
very impressed. It was a great ending for me. It surprised me. I also, Kitty and Ella, well done to both of them.
Cheers. Thanks for a great season.
Oh, so good. Here's to Anubis for being Miss Congeniality. Yep.
Here's to us being drunk after this.
Oh my God. After. Look at, you're already done yours, you lush. So there you go. Another season of Drag Race UK. They are doing a season 4. I hope that Victoria Scone gets asked back.
I'm sure she will.
Well, she might be too famous. She's already starting her tour for 2022, jam-packed. That's starting in January.
Oh my God, that's so good.
Yeah. I just think it was such a good season. I really enjoyed it. I enjoy the Drag Race UK series anyway. I like British Queens. I like
their humor,
the cheekiness of it all.
Are we almost ready for an All-Stars there? Or do we need a couple of
I would like to see them do one more season, do 4, because when they started in America, their first All-Stars happened after season 4.
Okay.
Yeah. So I would like to see one more season in there before, because my attitude is let these queens have a minute to become an All-Star.
Yeah.
Because just because they were on the show doesn't make them famous or better.
Exactly.
They just got on the
work
show. Yeah. So there you go. That's our review of Drag Race UK Season 3, the finale. What do you think? Were you happy with your top 3? What about Crystal winning? Are you happy with that? Do you think that Kitty and or Ella were robbed? Let me know in the comments down below. While you're down there, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Please don't forget that you can support this channel with the links down below in the description box. You can also support the Rainbow Railroad directly. There's a link to that. There's a link to Denise Journeau's fantastic wigs. That means she didn't do yours. She didn't do yours. And there's also a link for Michael Bergantino's fundraiser for his surgery, which is happening, I think, by the 17th of December. I have to check. But all the information to that is down below as well. And until next time, miss me. Mwah. Thank you so much for joining.
Oh my God, I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, this was fun.
It was delicious.
Are you watching Italia's Drag Race?
No.
No. It's very good.
To find out where that
I haven't seen episode 2 yet, but it's very good. Already they're calling each other names. They were cutting bottles and ready to go in the first episode. It was fantastic.
Shady.
Have you seen Raven, Painted with Raven yet?
No, I haven't. I must watch this.
It's good. I want to see more because I do like what I've seen so far. What about Call Me Mother?
I have watched an episode.
What did you think?
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It'll grow.
Yeah.
Like sort of like the first season.
Like fungus under your toilet.
It'll find its legs. I've just watched one episode.
Yeah.
I like the concept.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. I'm excited. And Queens of the Universe, will you watch that when it happens?
I will.
Yeah.
Will you?
I have to, or otherwise Rick doesn't get paid. Oh, I'm a hoot.
Too much.